G'day everyone, T-Nick back here again in OpenTTD I don't know, I tried to merge them both and ended up with one. God damn, we're like 30 seconds into the episode and I've buggered it up already. Anyway, I am here in Sweden with the Swedish Rails set and we are going to continue our push with our main passenger line down towards Stockholm. I have some hope that we'll make it today. I mean, I don't want to oversell it and be too optimistic. Like, yeah, we're definitely going to make it today, because then it'll be like, no, it's getting old. And, you know, half an hour will be lost trying to fix whatever train that is. But anyway, so we are at Ornskoldsvik, which just sounds like a cold and flu drug. And we are going to keep pushing our way down the coast through Härnösand, all these other towns. Yeah, I'm just going to get building, because otherwise I'm just going to make a meal of these pronunciations. But turn the trees off too, because those things really get in the way. Back when I used to play this game a lot, I used to have a different tree GRF that I've never been able to find since. It was a really pretty one. It was, I can't remember who made it, but yeah, they were really modern graphics. So modern graphics for this game, I guess, could be anything. But they were really nice looking trees, really well detailed, and they were a lot taller than the current ones. You know, so they sort of took up more space, and visually they got in the way a bit more. But yeah, I still have no idea how that's not going to work. How I put up with it. I think I played with the trees turned off pretty much all the time anyway, so it was like, what's the point of even having them? But they look really pretty, so, you know, it's probably something I can investigate in the future. Obviously, we're going the tied arch. Like, I'm not building a tied arch bridge. I mean, I could have gone around the outside, but to that. Okay, so now we're coming into Härnösand. Not a big town, but I will have our trains stop here, obviously, just because they're passing through. And thinking more further down the line, literally down the line, we're going to have a more local service coming out of Stockholm so that we can skip some of the closer in towns. So I'll have to try and figure out where that's going to end. And then we can use the X7 on that, because I did look it up and I think I found the trailer for it in the depot there. I think the graphics are just a slightly different style if I'm reading it correctly, because Google really had very little information on the X7 at all, which was super helpful, as you can imagine. But, you know, that's okay. That's okay. We'll just do the best we can. So let's whack a nice little footbridge in there. Look, we've actually got the station and name after the town. That's an achievement in itself. Obviously, we're going to put a pot plant down. Like, I mean, come on, when are we not putting a pot plant down? And we'll put a bit of roof down there, just in case it rains and you're caught at the wrong end of the station there. So now let's try and build... Yeah, getting across this little river, fjord, well, actually it's probably a river, it goes really, really far, is going to be an interesting challenge. So why don't we, yeah, probably not crossing there, it's going to be a big-ass bridge. Okay, what if we try and cross here? Also a big-ass bridge, good point. And we can't get our massive tied arch bridge, and I like the tied arch bridge. I can't get it there either, so we'll go cantilever, there is no... can or cannot, there is just cantilever. I don't know. Also sounds like some sort of delicious pasta. And now I'm hungry and want pasta. Thanks, game. Good one. This one's going to be a bit longer, so we'll make that a cantilever as well. Oh, that's an impressive looking piece of bridge, though. You've got to be happy with that. And if you're not happy with that, what are you doing with your life? So bring that up like that. We've just got a bit of excess track there. We can probably just pretend never existed. Yep, you can barely tell there was track there at all, apart from the missing trees and such. Good, okay, so that's our first extension. We may as well bring that online now, get our passenger trains coming down here so they can keep pumping out that sweet, sweet profit. Oh, God, I love a good bit of profit there. So let's whack some signals in here. No, keep it going, keep it going. Now, we weren't bringing the valuables trains this far down, were we? No, it's just the passenger trains. Excellent. Good, so we don't have to worry about breaking anything there. So after Ornskoldsvik, you're going to head down to Härnösand, that one I can pronounce, and then you're going to head back through Ornskoldsvik. Yeah, that was a thing that happened. So let's go ahead and get rid of this track here, because we don't need it anymore, and then we can just bosh those signals into oblivion. Ooh, new iron ore construction near Seinfeld. That's exciting. Now we've got a farm here. I thought I saw a factory before. We've got a couple of farms along here, but they're all pretty lackluster from what I remember, so I really don't feel motivated to connect them. I know I'm a bad tycoon player, because I'm like, no, I don't really want to connect those industries up. I should be like, yes, I want to connect all of the things to everything. Even if I don't need to, I want to connect it to other things. But, you know, if you've met me, you know the motivation level is lacking. Now, what I'm thinking is we'll have a junction down here at Sundsvall, and then we can have a line up to Sollefteå from Stockholm up in this direction. And then if we have people that want to go between, we can always run a bus or a branch line between these towns. I don't know. The problem with passenger destinations is you can't just have a bus to bring people from this town over here, because literally anyone along this line will be like, oh good, there's a bus, and they'll all get off the train here and wait for the bus to go over there instead of doing the logical thing, which would be changing here. Obviously in real... Oh, that's new. Oh, it's a coal mine. Hello. Hi, friend. What you doing? Doing coal and stuff, aren't you? Is there somewhere where we could take that coal? Well, we do have a power station we're using up here. It will involve the slowing of the passenger line, though, which is super frustrating. So that's something I'm keen to avoid. We could always put the third track in for the goods line up to... No, that joins the main line. Why are you stopped there? There's no signal for you. My bad. Sorry about that. Sorry. Continue. Please don't hold up everyone else. Yes, because we've got obviously 3 trains down here trying to load up with timber. He was hanging back on the main line, and... Yep, okay. Or you could go that way. That also works. Why don't you just try again a bit later? That's oh, there's 9 ore mine there. Already knew about that, and the town hated us. That's right. That's why we ignored that. Okay, so we've got Sundsvall. Well, there goes Jokkmokk Factory. Oh, I do love saying Jokkmokk. Jokkmokk, 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 Jokkmokk. Jock all of the mock. Oh, hang on. We've got a power station down here we could hook you up with. Oh, train 10. I'm terribly sorry. You're scrapped. Train 11 is lost. That's probably the one I just looked at. We could also take it over there, but that's boring because that wouldn't involve a train. Yeah, so what I'm thinking is maybe we have Sundsvall as like the terminus for the local trains and a junction. Obviously the local trains will have to come up via Bollnäs, not Bollocks, you know, to get there. So maybe we build the railway line straight down there and then just have a little skew out around that way. I don't know, but I see an opportunity. I see a lot of flat land. I see some apartments that are going to get in my way, and that house... you know, well, they shouldn't have built their house there. How many trees do we have? Oh, a lot. This is going to go well for us. But yeah, I see an opportunity to build a monster station, and I'm a big fan of the monster station, and we've actually got the land to do it. Okay, well, fine. Don't name it after the town, then you get station. Well, there goes Bodo Forest. I hope we didn't care about that. I mean, I don't think we did, because I've never heard of it, but you never know. Now, where could we put a bus stop in here? Probably here, and connect that up to the station. Nice. Now the reason it's 1 tile away is because I'm thinking, well, big station means big station building, probably. And you know, we don't have many big station buildings, so I like to bring it out when I need to, and I'm going to bring it out now because, you know, reasons. Okay, so we're going to need a footbridge. So let's say we're going to need what, 2 tracks for this line. We're going to need 1 for the blank for the coal line. So that's actually no, we'll just run the coal train through the main platforms. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, we'll need 2 terminating platforms, so that's 4 there, and then we'll go up to 6 for the other line as well. So build that. How's this town feel about us, by the way? I don't want to end up with a half-built station. Mediocre. Well, I like a challenge. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and put down... Well, we need to put down more shrub, because everyone likes a good bit of shrub. Although, actually, the terminating platforms probably don't need to be that long, so maybe not. Maybe we go 2 by 1, 2 by 1, and then we go buffer stops. You can see this is a real professional situation because I'm just sort of winging it as per usual. Okay, so we want to put down a little bit of platform here as well. So that joins that up. And now I think we need to put a bit of roofing down. So we'll put down, I guess, 1 by 3 here. Yes. Actually, we probably don't need these bits of platform here at all because we're going to make the station too long. Unnecessarily long. That's my issue. We'll build, let's see, 1, no, don't, no, turn remove off. We don't return, no, there we go, that's good there. So we want 1 of those. Yes, that looks nice. Actually, we could probably just put it there. Yeah, because it's got the station building on the other side. So we'll whack down that fella there. Whack down 1 of these fellas. Oh, no, we've pissed the town off. Okay, I knew that was going to happen. Blah, trees. Oh, they think we're good now. Well, that went well. And then whack that down there. And then, of course, the obligatory potted plant we can put in down here. 6 potted plants. 6. Good. Okay, so that should be all the platform we need. And we'll put a bit of track coming. Not there. That's got a buffer stop. Dingus. Put track coming out on those sides. And then, obviously, we're going to need to run the track down this way. So we're going to need some serious waypoint action I'm fairly certain, just so everyone knows which track they're going to. That being a key factor in the, decision of track building. So run the local lines out like that. That's fine. And what I might do actually is run them back a little bit. We can probably run them back by a bit more. Back this road off. No, they won't let us. Okay, cool. More trees. Well, I don't even know if that'll help because we're now appalling. Blah, trees. No, that really did nothing for us. Okay, good. The town hates us. That's fine. We'll just go ahead and knock down the trees we just planted. Yeah, I want to drop this. We'll probably back it back a little bit. I realize I'm now stuck in a loop. So drop this down because this track is going to need to pop up on the other side of the main line. So we'll bring you down here and then bring you across like that. Is that going to line up? No, I think that lines up like that. I want to say... Yes, I'm just trying to eyeball it here without, pointing at the screen because I tend to do that a lot. Oh my God, lined it up perfectly. It only took 20 minutes of your time, but I did it. And then obviously we're going to drop this down. No, not here. No, that's one tile too close. Drop it down there. Boo to the yah to the booyah. Good. Okay, fantastic. Thank God building waypoints does not involve the town's permission because we're a long way past the point of no return now. Oh, a new bank at King Kong's Vinga. That's a location I've heard of too. Fantastic. Okay, good. Excellent. So we'll put in a temporary set of points up this end because obviously our trains will need to turn around here in the short term. Whack down a signal there. And then we just need... Go away, tree menu thingy. All this stuff can go away. Now we just need to connect it up to Hano Sand using some sort of awkward bridging technique, possibly an awkward bridge. Maybe we connect it up here? Yeah. Oh, tied arch. Yes, done. You've made the sail and then a slightly larger tied arch there because reasons. So bring you down around like this and a nice bit of curvature. Why would you build it like that? What possible purpose would that bit of track have? I don't know. I think I put my brain in neutral and then let it roll down the hill and it smashed into the neighbour's car and I didn't leave a note. Are we still talking about my brain? Now run that up like that. Oh, good. We've got... For shit's sakes, what are you doing down here? Yep, okay, now you're just going to get in everyone's way. Congratulations. Okay, well, at least the passenger train's now free of its burden. Yes, you don't get hit by this passenger train, please. Now, you naff off and stop causing problems. Because, problems. Now, I do think that because these guys hate us, and this town probably isn't too fond of us either, we might not get to connect up this coal mine. Probably should have built a station for that first. Now, better put the waypoints down before I forget. So I'll put one down here. There, good, and then we'll put one down, let's say, over here as well. Yes, and that's imaginatively named Waypoint 2. We'll call that Sundsvall Branch, and we'll call this one Sundsvall Coastal Main Line. I mean, I call that Inland Main Line because we don't actually have another Inland Main Line, but I don't know, maybe that's not the main line. Maybe it is a branch. Maybe the main line will come up through Angie. I don't know. Angie can do whatever Angie wants, I'm not here to judge. And we should probably put some signals down to preempt, the inevitable junctioning of this I've already put signals down there. I just forgot one. Okay, no, don't be too hard on yourself. So whack down a couple of signals there, and then one there facing the correct way, if you please. And then a couple down. Nope, that's going to be where a level crossing goes. Get rid of that. Let's see if we can encourage the town to grow across on this side, and that's going to be completely pointless. But good thing I built that bus stop because I've got nothing to connect it up to because the town literally hates us. So hopefully we get enough catchment from that bus stop that that we can make it work. Now, find a passenger train. You'll do. Do you accept valuables? No. Was there a bank in this town? Actually, I can't see one, so that was completely pointless. Okay, so after Hano Sand, I want you to come down via Sundvall Station and then go back up to Hano Sand, please. Excellent. This is all coming together nicely. Great. Okay, so now we build a nice straight line down here off for Soderham, and then at the same time we'll build a little local line up to, yeah, things are losing money, don't care. Making plenty of money. We can take a hit on those. Hey, a new steel mill at Angie. Good for Angie. And another town that I'm not going to bother pronouncing, but Angie's got a new steel mill. That's a good thing. So nice big straight shot down here. Oh, I'm so bridging over that, like I'm not going to. So that's the main line there. We want to keep that nice and fast because eventually I envisage high-speed trains running on this line, hopefully. That's probably an overcomplicated bridge for that level of whatever it is. Okay, good. We're approaching the town, so let's try not to knock too many trees down. So this is Söderhamn. This is a town. Yeah, okay, good for you. Yes, no, okay. Well, there goes Troll Hat and Coal Mine. Never heard of it. And yeah, that's fantastic. I've really got to stop looking at these news articles. They just lead to disappointment. Okay, well, this bit of road here is completely annoying. So get rid of that, because that is wasting potential bridging location. So I want to put a bridge in, say here, yes, tied arch, why would you even show me the options? I drag a bridge across, you're building a tied arch, like, come on. And then we'll go ahead and whack in a station here. So hang on, we're going to need the trains coming in from Bollocksness as well, so we're going to have a bit of a junction. Can we fit a junction in here? Which direction are we going? We're going north that way, so yes, we can fit a junction in here. So bring in a bit of track like this. This will all make sense once I actually put the station in. I just thought I'd leave that till last so that the town can deny me the opportunity to put a station in. I did not want to put a level crossing in there. Okay, so before we do that, we're setting up the local buses. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, so far they don't hate us enough that they won't stop us from building a bus. That's good. Let's drop a bus stop in there. Let's try and connect this road up like this. Hopefully that didn't make the town hate us. So we can have a nice little coastal bus stop there as well. Good, now we can have a nice little loop. Because the station is going to be here, and that's going to be miles out of town, which is, yeah, it's not ideal. Okay, so we need waypoints again. So let's whack this waypoint down here and this one down here. And we'll call this one Söderhamn main line. I mean, we might quad track this eventually, but for now we'll... you know, keep it as local there. Yeah, we'll keep it 2 tracks because we're not running that many trains. And I mean, we can always have another split down here if we really need to, or even bugger the local trains off over to Falun. Now, does that line up, by the way? No, it doesn't, of course not. That'd be too much to ask. Yes, if only things could be simple. Okay, so we need 4 tracks. Boom. Good, that's attached to the bus stop. Oh, good, new iron ore mine. Yeah, that's exciting. Oh, we've unlocked the car park as well. That's something we can use. But first I want a station building. Let's go this nice 2-track number. It's a bit of a junction. So, not 2-track. Well, it's obviously 2-track. We want a 2-track station, but, you know, it's a two-platform number. Oh, good. We've reached the point of they hate us, and we've half-built the station. Fantastic. Okay, let's try and whack that in there. Good. We only need 1 more tile of station, and we'll put in an underpass. Because why wouldn't we? There we go. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we need another tile. We need a 5-tile station. There we go. See, consistent station lengths. That's the name of the game. Well, it's not. It's open TTD, but you know, it's learning from our mistakes, or not, as the case may be. So that's fine there. So now all we need to do is signalify that. Ooh, new bank at Trondheim. Trondheim rings a bell. I don't know why. It's in the middle of nowhere, and they've got an oil rig in a lake. So that's a thing we've heard of. Okay, you'll do. Yes, you, train. Okay, so after you go through Sundsvall, we want to keep you going. No, we don't want you to keep going because we haven't put any points in at this end yet. Never mind, don't keep going, just as you were. Carry on. Business as usual. Nothing to see here. It's the train after you that will have to pick up the pieces. So you come down to Söderhamn, and then when you come back, I want you to go through Sundsvall Coastal Main Line. Before hitting up the station for some station action and put some signals in there just in case. Good. So that's everyone continuing. You don't accept valuables, do you? Nope. So there's no need to keep the valuables trains coming. And then, of course, we can remove these signals here. Did I signal this section of line? No, of course not. That'd make sense. Who'd do something dumb like signaling the main line? Certainly not me. No sirree, Bob. Good. Okay, so Harno Sand. We can now get rid of these points here as well. They are no longer required. And then obviously get rid of these signals. Booyah. That's fantastic. Loving it. Okay, so next stop is Gervil and Sandviken. So what I'm hoping is we can build a really big ass station between them and just have a tram service connecting the 2 towns with the station. That may be too much to hope for, but I'm willing to give it a go. Before we do that, we probably should connect up the local line down to Bollnäs, I think. Yes. Also, why don't I bother converging these tracks here when I'm not going to converge them up here? Because these are obviously going to come down as a separate line to avoid slowing down the mainline train. So yeah, we may as well undo all that that converging. Run it as quad tracks down to the bridge at the very least. I didn't put any signals on that line either. No, good call, good call. Yeah, just genius. Genius at work. That's good there. Did you put them on the other side of the bridge? You did, you silly sausage. Okay, good. Okay, so, oh, we've got a forest here. Forests are good. That's not a very good forest, though, so disregard. We do have a forest over here that I want to use. Well, there was an oil rig there, and now it's gone. New forest at Vasa? Never heard of it. Okay, so we want to come over here. Yes, I'm glad we built this junction here, because I'm just going to rip it back up again. Yeah, I don't want to persist with that. I'm going to keep the quad tracks. We might not need them yet, but we will in the future. So, yeah, I'm just gonna cough up the cash. Okay, so we need to come across here to Bollnäs. I don't really want to have two rail bridges over the river because unlike the towns, I'm not some sort of bridge-obsessed lunatic. I mean, I am a lunatic, but just not about bridges. So why don't we build the station over here? Yeah, I didn't think that would get a fun name. And give it a nice little small building. Let's build this one. This looks European. Well, they all look European. That just looks more European. How can something look more European? I don't know. It's degrees of Europeaninity, Europeanness. Just build the tram stop, and then obviously we'll put the other one over in town, and then connect this up. Will that actually connect? Probably not. So drop that down like that. Now it'll connect. It'll connect, or it'll feel the wrath of my connection or lack thereof. Oh, that looks conveniently close to a railway line. It is. Is it conveniently close to a railway line it wants to be? It is. Well, we're going to keep that remembered. Yeah, just go over there. Sit there, so when I wonder why that window is not closing, I know what to do. Now, good thing I closed the station I was going to use to warp back across the map to where we were, though. So that was well thought out. Okay, so I want to come down here. Where were we? We're at Bollnäs. There we go. Excellent. So we'll set up some sort of local bus route, possibly with buses. We'll go the double-decker bus, so we only have to say 2 of them. No, don't hide. Why did I hide it? How do I unhide it? Oh, I hid it and now it won't come back. Show hidden. Yes, you. Unhide. What? Oh, okay. No. Okay. Unhide. Display. There we go. Okay, well that button exists. I guess if I had the time I could use it to get rid of all the buses we're not using, but I'm not because I don't want to. There goes a coal mine, but I don't recognise the name, so I'm not too concerned about that. So get me 2 double-deck buses, please. Send them on their way. Why do I still have this train open? I don't know. Get rid of it. So they will now service the station. Obviously, they're not doing anything at the moment because the station's not connected to anything. But they will. That's the important takeaway from this. So we'll just build this across. Now we're in some slightly more challenging landscape, aren't we? No, too far. No, take it back, take it back, take it back. We'll build this across, say, down here. Yes, this is good, this is good, this is good. Okay, get rid of all that because, yeah, challenging landscape be damned. I'm just going to flatten it. Run this down, and then we want to connect up on the other side of the bridges. Good work, me. So why don't we just curve around to get to that point? Yeah, you line up, I'm going to say there. Oh my god, I am the genius of this. Look at that. That wasn't a fluke or anything. That was all me. Mostly me. No, okay, it was a fluke. I'm just not going to take any more credit for that than I deserve. So this being a separate line, I don't actually have a depot on it yet. So, yeah, I might have to put a depot in somewhere. Of course, I didn't leave room up here, so that's an idea that's been put paid to quite quickly. And I can't turn that into a footbridge to put it out the other end because, well, obviously this town absolutely hates us. So, yeah, we might have to wait on getting a train on that line particularly. Was that good talking? Was that good talking? I don't know. Anyway, so get rid of all this. Yeah, get rid of that too. And we may as well sort of scooch across in this direction and follow the river, sort of downstream, so to speak. Just so we don't end up sort of heading straight back the direction we came, like parallel to the line that we've already built. Because, I don't know, that just looked weird. Okay, now we're going to overshoot the station, so this has been well planned. Fire the engineers! No, I can't fire them. They've got families. Wives and kids and little junior engineer children. I don't know. I don't know what engineers have. I'm not an engineer. Train 21 can't find a path to continue. Well, I beg to differ, so goodbye. Okay, so good. That's now connected. And then we'll quad track it right down here into this nonsense. You know, apologies if you live in any of those towns and I just called your town nonsense. I didn't mean it. That's just talking from the hip. Just shooting from the hip. You know how I go? Just say stupid things all the time. It's probably why you're here. No, now build it that way. Yep, good. You build it that way. Now, did that build to the other side of the station? It did not. Okay, that's interesting. It'll build to the other side of bridges and tunnels, but not stations. Good to remember. So that's nicely signalled all the way along here. I do like this quad track. I can't wait to get some train racing going on. I may as well connect this forest up. Of course, that means I'll need to have some sort of junction in here, won't I? Why don't we get rid of this signal here, because it's kind of redundant. Yeah, so we'll have to have a way to get from this track over to this track and vice versa. Is that something I want to do? Oh, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to leave it for now, but we'll keep that up our sleeve in the future. And by up our sleeve in the future, I mean I'll probably forget about it, just like I'm going to forget about this iron ore mine. Actually, we've got these two forests here, which by their powers combined aren't terrible. I mean, individually they're not going to win any awards, but yeah, that's definitely something we could connect up to our sawmill. Oh, it's going to be a long way to run a wood train, though. Oh, thank you, bank balance. Go away. Yeah, all the way up here. So we may need to extend this station a bit more so we can run longer. What is going on here? Was that... Okay, what are you all waiting for? Are you all seriously stuck behind the one iron ore train? Oh, God. God help me. Give me some faster iron ore wagons, please. Anyway, so have I extended my passenger trains? I'm losing the thread of what I'm up to. So where were they going to? They were going to Sundsvall. I think I've extended them past. Yeah, that's what I wanted to open down there. Yes, so you know to go to Sotterham. That's fine. Excellent. Oh, good. A new factory at Karlskrona. Train 2 is stuck in the queue. Good for train 2. But yes, anyway, so I wanted to continue this line down this way here because I do want to get to Stockholm sometime this year. Hopefully today, if we can. So I'm just going to sort of smash this line out, quad track, McGee as it is, and I forgot to put buses on in this town. That's what I forgot to do. I knew there was something I had to do. It was bothering me. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get a couple of double-decker buses here. Let's not hide them. Yeah, fine, open down there. I don't mind. Do whatever you feel like doing. Swing by Sotterham Central and then up to the valley. And we'll go ahead with, say, 4 of those in this town. It's not a big town. Hopefully they can handle it. I already know they won't, because we'll have way too many passengers coming in by train who want to go places. Yes, yeah, that's right. It's the usual end of the year. These trains are losing money. And I have no idea why, because they were profitable a couple of years ago. So just rack off. Yep, all of you rack off. Oh, good, a new factory. And a new sawmill. Okay, I'm going to stop looking at the news articles because they're just annoying. So, if we bring this down in a straight line, we pretty much end up at Sandviken, which is good. That is where we will build our station. Actually, I may as well drag one track down so I have at least a point of reference. So we'll drag the leftmost track down here. Oh, that could not be better if we tried. I have to remove 2 bits of road, and that actually probably only 1 bit of road, really. Okay, so, station building. Yes, medium, probably overkill. Let's go ahead. Actually, before we do that, no, we're learning. We're learning our lesson. We're going to build ourselves a tram stop and get a proper tram line going here. So obviously we can't attach that to the train station. We haven't built the train station yet. Okay, so we've got that down. We need a nice station building. We haven't built this one yet. Looks kind of Spanish, I think. Me being an expert on Spanish architecture and all. Let's go with, we need a bit of a footbridge, so we'll go with 4 tracks of footbridge here. And that way the stairs come down to the road. See, yeah, up here for thinking. We'll drop down a bit of a pot plant there, and yeah, we'll probably put down a bit of roof here. And then let's just throw down some benches for people to sit on. There we go. If it rains, they all have to huddle at this end of the platform or under the bridge. But if it's not raining, and, you know, it never rains in Sweden. Well, I wouldn't know. I've never been to Sweden. But, you know, according to my experiences in this game, never rains in Sweden. So problem solved. Good. Okay, so we're going to need to put a bridge in for the trams because they don't like going across electrified track. So we may as well put that in here. And look at me planning for an extra track possibly in the future. So yeah, we'll leave room just in case we want to 6-trackify it. You know, because that might be a thing that we seek to do. I don't know. You tell me. Well, don't tell me because, you know, you don't want to. You can You can be the master of your own destiny. Okay, so once we're over here in Gaville, we'll go ahead and whack a tram stop down here to say, hey, welcome to town, this is Gaville. You know, if you want to alight the tram here, you can. And then we'll just have, I guess, a bit of a circle around that way so that they can loop around on themselves. Will that work? Yes, because we'll just build it down here. Oh, good, there's a weird little dip there. I'm glad that's going to be hidden behind... That doesn't connect up to there. Who designs these towns? Seriously, urban planning is not their strong suit. I ought to fire up the city skylines and teach them a thing or two about how to design a town and probably do it better than them. Or not, you know, depending on how bad I am at that game. So get that connected up. That is fine. We've connected all the tram tracks up, I hope. Otherwise, we're going to have some very unhappy trams on our hands. And of course, we'll go with the, I was going to say the Stanley, but we've got the, Mark 11 car passenger tram. Can't remember if we've built one of these before. I don't think we have. Not in this game, anyway. So stop at Sandviken, then go to Gaville, I guess the entry point, and then just do a bit of a loop around town that way. And then after you've gone back to Sandviken, go via the depot, just so you're not trying to turn around where you cannot. We'll go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, because I get the feeling this is going to be a pretty busy tram route. Just because we're going to have a lot of passengers coming in on various trains, and knowing my luck, they're all going to want to go over to Gaville and not to Sandviken, which would be really, really awkward. So that's our, I guess it's more of a light rail system between towns there. And now we can set up our quad tracks, and hopefully when we get high-speed trains we can see some serious train racing going on, because look at all those trams just pouring out of the depot. It's yeah, it's sort of like a blitzkrieg except with trams. Yeah, okay, good. So signals, yes, check. No, down the line, there you go. Good, signals down the line, fantastic. Because building a junction around this bridge is going to be awkward, I'm going to press on. Now, this will probably be on a separate line, because I'm thinking we draw the main lines in through Uppsala, and then, yeah, we come over to Stockholm. And we are going to make it. I don't care how long this episode ends up, we're going to make it. Well, I do care, because I have washing over hanging out of the line. So if I suddenly disappear, it's because the washing machine's like, hey, by the way, I'm done. Your clothes are all wet and they're just sitting here. So, you know, I'll have to go attend to that. And apparently my washing machine sounds like a stoner. God, getting across this river is going to be a pain in the ass, isn't it? Maybe we do go via Vesta. Just because, well, I don't really see another way to go. Yeah, I'm so not going to build to that because it's on the edge of the map and that's going to be annoying. Yes, with that, stop looking at it. It's just going to upset you. I was hoping to come in via Uppsala because that looks like a fairly large town. Maybe we don't. Maybe we just have a little local line that comes out to Uppsala and this line sort of comes in via Västerås, and that can be the junction. Actually, we could, yeah, because if we come across here, we can come in that way, so that's probably going to make a bit more sense. A bit more of a diversion for the faster trains, though. Hang on. Why can't we just have the faster trains go via Uppsala and the local trains go that way? Ha ha ha! That's using the grey matter. Yes, good. Make that happen. Oh, that's a good-looking bridge. Do like a good bridge. Yes, good. Okay, fantastic. Just as a side note, I wish there was a way to slow time down in TT, because we're already in the 1950s and we've touched barely into this map. I mean, look at how much map we've got to cover, and we've sort of done our first main line down the coast. So, yeah, that's okay. We'll do the best we can, even if we have to play into like 2020 or something. I do want to connect everything up. So. Let's see, coming into town, I'll probably come in this side of town here, and as I said, we'll have a little local line that just shuttles around here, and that's fine. And before we get too ahead of ourselves, we should build our station for Stockholm and set up some sort of ridiculously complex tram network, because why wouldn't we? How are we going for trees? Yeah, of course, there's a lot of them. Okay, that's fine, it's cool, we got this. We got this. So, I'm going to build tram stops here. Those are bus stops. Well, same thing, really. Stockholm Woods. Okay, that's going to be apparently the name of Stockholm's main station. Stockholm Woods. It's been romanticized, but I think it's a nice name. So we've got plenty of tram stops there. We've got a tram depot here. Good. Fantastic. Okay, so how are we going to try and hit up as much of Seinfeld, not Seinfeld, that was down in the news. How are we going to hit up as much of Stockholm as we can? Also, that building has some alarmingly large cracks in it. Just saying. So we want to have a route that comes out, well that doesn't connect up to anything, so that's pointless. We want to have a route that comes down this side of town, I imagine. Yes, okay, good. Comes down here maybe. And then, I mean, I don't really want to have one in this center island because it's just going to get really jammed up unless I have it. Yeah, I can put it on the corner. There we go, that works. Okay, that way we can access this side of town. And then drop one, say, here. Okay, turn the buildings off. That's going to make life a lot easier. No, turn them off altogether. There we go. That's fantastic. Okay, so connect this up. That's good. That's a good bit of tram track. Why did that not connect? Oh, there's a bridge in the way. Okay, connect the bridge. There you go. See, that could have been a disaster if I hadn't seen that. I would have been like, why are my trams lost? Well, that's why, because you're a gibbon. So run this up here. We'll go across a nice suspension-y bridge, possibly a suspension bridge, and then we'll have to swing up via Stockholm West, which makes sense because it is on the western side of Stockholm. That's clever. And then we'll go ahead and, oh, stinker iron ore mine, goodbye, barely knew you. We'll go ahead and set up some trams here. So you, my friend, are going to start up here at Stockholm. We're going to call this main station, because I suspect we're going to have other stations in Stockholm as well. So, I mean, main station probably isn't the most imaginative name, but it's the name I have chosen. So, we're going to live with it. Then hit up Stockholm West, come down to the transfer, swing by Stockholm Halt, swing by Stockholm, which is just Stockholm, which makes sense because it's in the city centre. Oh, there's a bank here. Okay, that's good to know. We should set up truck service up to the main station as well. Before we keep going. So then up to Exchange, and then you just loop around on yourself. And let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Send you underway. Now, I also want to do the same thing in the opposite direction, but I'm going to build a different type of tram just so I can tell the difference between the clockwise and the counterclockwise. Because unlike Transport Fever, we have to assign individual vehicles orders instead of building a line, which makes it a lot harder to keep track of multiple vehicles. So we'll go with 10 of those. They might be a bit slower, but they'll fulfill the basic function all right. And while we're waiting for the station to be built, they will hopefully make a bit of money running people around town. So that's good. So that's one side of town taken care of. Now we'll build another one there. We also need to build a truck stop down here somewhere. Well, actually, we could just tram stop it for the valuables. Let's do that, and put a nice little loop in for the tram trucks, the truck trams, the valuables trams. That's what I'm trying to say. The valuables trams. So you go there. And did I assign you guys a depot at all? No, I did not. Well, that's dangerous. So after West, if you need to swing by the depot, please do so. And how about convoy of trams down here? I didn't give you one either. So after Exchange, you can swing by the depot. So everyone's racing. They're coming down the main street. They're like, oh my God, the train, we're going to make it. We're not going to miss it. And then the tram just goes into the depot for a bit of a sit. And they're just thinking, this is the worst transport company I've ever encountered. And they wouldn't be wrong. But, you know, what are they going to do? Use the competition? Good luck. So what I want to do is put one here, Stockholm North, and then put one over here, Stockholm Annex, because apparently, why are you turning around? Good luck to you. Because I would like to have a little tram connection up here to the inevitable station at Åkersberga. Now I want a burger. Because, you know, that is eventually going to have a station as well. So we'll go ahead and drop that in there, and then connect this up somehow. Probably here, and then around a bit of the loop here. That should be fine. There we go. Okay, yes, connect, and connect up like that. Good. Okay, so that's the other half of Stockholm, and then we've still got to do the bottom half. Well, we've got 3 halves, so the bottom third. Yes, sure. Go away, Road Vehicle 99, don't care. So we'll build the Mark 1 again because, well, it's a different line, so I don't have to justify myself to you. So swing by the Exchange, then go to North, then go to Annex, and then go to Åkersberga. And it just occurred to me that faced with a junction like this, they may choose this one, so I'll have to put a loop in around there as well. So didn't really think about the pathfinding very well, did I? So swing by North, then swing by Exchange again, And then, as I said, if you need to, just swing by the depot, and we'll go ahead and get 10 of those guys going. Can't wait till we get the multi-unit trams. They are going to be a godsend for Stockholm. Short of bulldozing half the town and trying to put a railway line through, I think that's the best way we're going to have to serve these people. So yeah, we need to put a bit of a loop-to-loop in here. We've got a loop on this side because, yeah, again, trams coming down this way to go this way might use this one, and trams coming down this way might end up using that one. So we'll just give them a little bit of track here to correct themselves if they end up on the wrong platform, which is a worry. And down here in Stockholm, obviously, we run the risk of having the same problem. So I really should rebuild that. How could we do that? Actually, why don't we put another one in flatland required? Okay, well, we don't put one in there. That's a thing we can't do. Good. Okay, fantastic. That might be an issue that we have to contend with. In fact, why don't we just have a one-way loop down here so that doesn't become a problem. We'll just put like 3 million trams on it. So run a bit of track down here and then run it along here. Hey, look at another bank. Fantastic. We can have like a bank-to-bank service as well. There we go. Okay, good. So that doesn't help us. We don't have any tram stops. So we'll obviously have one outside the bank, and we'll put a truck one down as well for valuables. And then we probably don't really need more than one. We'll put one down near this hotel because I think hotels are good for passengers. Let's just ask it. What are you? Hotel. 2 of 8 passengers. Okay, so it's not really good for passengers. It's just got a fancy icon. And that's Stockholm sidings. No, I don't like that. I'm going to call it south-ish because that's Stockholm South, so that's south-ish. And that should be fine. We'll just have a little one-way loop down there as well. Wow, we've put a lot of trams on. Yep, so I knew one of them would get lost. Almost instantaneously it managed to do that. Congratulations, dingus. So we'll put the AHA Mark 1 on again. We'll start you up at the station. You can swing by exchange. And then I want you to come down through the main stop in town. Head via south. And what are you doing down here? Oh, of course, because they've picked the wrong one as well. Oh, dear. Well, at least it'll space the trams out somewhat. There's always that, I guess. Come up to exchange, and then you should be done, so you can swing by the depot as well. And we'll whack 10 of those on as well. There we go. We've just spent our entire monthly budget on trams in, 30 seconds. No, that turns the trees on, not the buildings. There we go. So we've now saturated Stockholm with trams. What are you? Do you belong to... Who owns this bit of town? Stockholm, apparently. Look, I don't mean to be that guy, but you guys are a bit far away from town. I mean, I'd like to give you a tram, but you're just a bit too far away. I'm sorry. Although that said, I'm tempted to put a tram over there now. Maybe we can put a tram in here. See? Okay, we're not done with trams yet. Never mind. Let's run this up here, and then we just got to get it across. Because I really want to serve these people. It's probably going to be a complete loss-making exercise, but, damn it, they deserve a good public transport service just like everyone else. So run that over there, and then we'll just put a little tram stop in here. There we go. Stockholm branch. Oh, that sounds nice. Run this around in a curve and back in on itself. And we can probably shoehorn one in on this side of town as well. There we go. Stockholm East, and of course if they pick the wrong platform they're going to have to find a way to get over there like this guy did. Oh dear. I really should not have built so many tram stops. Okay, why don't we can't put one there to fix this one, so I guess we'll just have to let them live with it. We can put tram track in to get them on the right track down here. There we go. So we'll run that down like that. Yeah, otherwise they're just going to naff off up there to turn around. Okay, that should work. I'm not too worried about the logistics of the trams because they're just there to funnel people to and from the main station. So, I'm just going to let them do their thing. So swing by exchange, come by the main centre of town, go via east, and then up to branch, and then back again. And then we'll finish the tracks, and then we will finally have finished this marathon episode. But we will have connected up Stockholm, so it doesn't matter. And then next episode will probably just be me drinking alcohol for 20 minutes and rambling about kids being on his lawn. Something relaxed. Good, turn the buildings back on. Okay, so we've got to bring the intercity line through Uppsala, and then to Stockholm, and then we're donezo. And what does Stockholm think of us, by the way? They think we're very good. Oh, well, I can change that opinion pretty quickly. Okay, so the platform itself, I want to have a massive like 30 track station that goes all the way up here, which will look really stupid, but you know, we're going to have all of our lines trying to lead to Stockholm because I'm 99% sure that's the capital. So station building, we'll obviously have to build the big one. So yeah, let's drop this down as a starting point. Good. Okay, excellent. Good start. So this can be, I guess, an intercity line coming down here. So we'll have to put many platforms in there. So why don't we just have 7? We'll start with 7 as a base. See where that gets us. Station 2 spread out. I'll spread you out. Okay, well, we go to settings because this episode wasn't long enough already. And we go to something. It's here somewhere. World generation? Yeah, no, that actually has something to do with the generation of the world. I know, right? Who would have thunk it? Probably limitations. Okay, so we're looking for the station spread. 10 tiles? Pish posh. High values will... Oh, God, I can type it in. 50 is fine. Let's try that. Okay, let's try that again. Bosh. Fantastic. We have the makings of our station. We'll need to bosh in a footbridge, but if we have buffer stops down here, we probably don't need to worry about that. So we'll bosh in, say, 3 buffer stops there. That's fine. Now let's get some fancy roofs in, because I like fancy roofs. I mean, who doesn't? Who among you can say they don't like fancy roofs? None of you. That's right. Good. Okay, so we'll bosh another one in over here. We are going to need to extend that to... I'll just drag and drop. Yeah, okay, so we'll extend that up to, say, here. Is that going to be too big? 10 tracks. Can't build railway station here. Well, that's helpful. Can you give me a reason? No, you can't, because there isn't one. That's fine. Okay, so make it invisible. We'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way. 3 by 1, add that on there. Good. We'll drop in, I guess, a bit of roof here. Say 1 by 3, yeah, drop that in there. And then, I guess, oh, might as well just put another bit of roof in there. Okay, so how are we looking now? We're looking pretty good. Good, okay, so let's drop in 7... No, we're going to have buffer stops at the end as well, aren't we? So we need to have 4 through tracks for our suburban trains. So we'll drop that in there, and then we'll have a couple of buffer stops up at this end as well. We'll probably need to put on more platforms in the future, but for now, I think that will be sufficient. And I realise the station looks weird hanging out of town the way it does, but I'm just gonna deal with it because, you know, that's just what you do. So how long is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's 5 tiles long, but I want to make it a little bit longer than needed, just so we can, you know, we can say we've got a slightly longer station than we need. Maybe not that one. Maybe let's just put maybe a bit of variety in. So we'll go 2 tracks of roof here. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. And then maybe 5 tracks of benches. No, that's the wrong way. No, we did this one here. Yep. Okay, that looks cool. I don't like that bit of roof hanging out there. Nope, 7 tracks of benches it is. So just drop it in. Yeah, there we go. And then add another 2 at the end. There we go. Did I only build a 9-track station? I thought I built a 10-track station. Oh no, because we had the bit over here. No, I accidentally put a buffer stop too close. There we go. Get rid of that. Get rid of that and get rid of that. Okay, good. So we now have a 9-track station. I wanted 10. I was aiming for 10. Built 9. It's fine. I can live with it. That's okay. Train 83, you'll sort yourself out. Good. Okay, so I just want to connect up this intercity line and call it a day. So they will be coming in from this side. Oh, look, there are people waiting already. Well, 104 very optimistic people. Oh, they all want to go via Stockholm West. Never mind. That's fine. It's fine. It's cool. We'll get you a train. Yeah, I do kind of want to have more platforms coming in from the north because we do have a lot of towns up to the north. So maybe we can put in more fancy roof. Why don't we put in another 2 tracks of fancy roof? There we go. Really drag it out. Make it look extensively fancy. And then we'll just put in, I guess, a bench at either end. Like that. There we go. Good. Okay. Excellent. So we've now got 4 tracks for trains coming in from the north. So we'll build that out like that. And then we'll have to connect them up. So let's see. Trains are going out. Yeah, that's fine there. Good. Okay. Excellent. And then obviously we'll have to put the signals down like that. We need a depot here. I'll whack it in there so we've got a bit of room to expand up this way. Hopefully we can encourage the town to expand into this area, but I'm not too confident on that happening. And then we'll just follow the river out of town this way, and hopefully that will be fine. Yeah, I hope that we'll have enough tracks coming in. We may need to quad track this eventually, but yeah, so we'll run the tracks in like this, and that's a good start. And then the local trains can come over here and stop at Balster and Enköping and Stranger Danger and all those towns, and that's good there. Uppsala, right, yes, you need a station. We'll also try and get some of these local trains coming up this way as well. So where are we going to fit that track in, T-Nick? You didn't think that through at all, did we? No. There we go. Now we've got room for that track. So we'll bring this track in like this, right here. Good. Okay, bring that up like that. Excellent. That's for the local trains to come in. And obviously we'll need to rejig this junction slightly. Yeah, let's just demolish it for now. We'll rebuild it when the time is right. Good. Okay, so we'll need a depot for the local trains so we can build our X7s, assuming they haven't expired by the time we actually get the... Don't put it there! That's not where you wanted to put it. No, it is not at all. So get rid of all that. That's good. Okay, that's fantastic. And yeah, no, you had signals open. You wanted signals open. There we go. Good. Okay, fantastic. Now, 4-track station at Uppsala, connect it up, and Bob's your uncle, assuming you have an Uncle Bob. So let's see. Let's build a nice little station sort of offset from the actual main tracks. So we'll go with... No, it's buffer stop. We'll go with this fella. It really likes calling everything woods for some reason. I don't know why. So 4 tracks here. Nice little bit of footbridge. Yeah, nice little bit of potted plant. Nice little bit of roof, and then some benches. And then we obviously need to extend it for the intercity trains. And now there's some sort of bazaar in the way, which they won't let us remove. Good work. Good thinking. Good planning there. So why don't we get rid of this? That's fine. Get rid of that as well, I guess, and try and extend it out the other way if they'll let us. Please. They will. Good. Yes, all going according to plan. I knew that would happen. No, that's not going to work because we've still got too much room on this side. Okay, cool. That's fine. Hopefully the town doesn't hate us so that we can do this. We will get there. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Good. Excellent. Fantastic. Done. I realised I built roofs instead of potted plants, so yeah, that went well. Okay, so we'll just swing around this this sort of Turkish bazaar thingy, and then that's not going to line up with the existing track, is it? Wow, I just completely fluked that. I'm not even afraid to say it. Okay, so we've got our quad tracks in there. We'll need to put in, we've got a signal there already, you genius. We'll need to put in many signals because many trains will be running. So, you know, that's just logical. We'll probably put one in here as well. There we go. Good. Okay, so that's a good start. Now all we got to do is connect it up to this line over here. And then obviously the local line will connect up through Avesta and blah, 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 blah. Excellent. Good. We will have intercity trains running to Stockholm by the end of this episode, even if it means my voice just gives up completely. Okay, fantastic. Good. Yes. Intercity line up here. Good. Big ass curve. Big ass curve. Too big. Slightly less of a big ass curve, please. Oh my god, I think we've done it. Are we going to have like some sort of ceremony where they hammer a golden spike in? No, because you haven't put any signals down yet. So put signals down, then have your ceremony. You know, just leave one spike out and make sure to get the politicians in so they can do the ceremony. And, you know, if you forget to put the spike in before running the trains, I'm sure it's fine. One spike never hurt anyone. Okay, so, yes, you're the first train. You're the one we want. You are going to be our victory train. So after Söderhamn, quick, yes. Keep coming. Keep going to Sandviken. Then come down here to Uppsala Woods, which we're now going to rename because otherwise I'll forget. Yep, rename to Uppsala North Station, just in case we have one on the south side. Good, Uppsala North Station. Boom. And then you're coming down to Stockholm Main Station! I'd like to apologise for that. That was some sort of weird announcer voice, like from a wrestling match, and it did not work for me. And I reserve the right to never do that again. And then obviously you're going to make your way back to Sandviken, and then through Söderhamn, and then I think that's all your stations. Yes, because then you end up back at Sundsvall. So this, my friends and viewers, and friendly viewers, and viewers who have friends, This is going to be our first train to Stockholm, and I'm going to do the wrapping up thing while he makes his way down to Stockholm because my voice is going to give up. Next time, folks, we will... I nearly kicked some headphones off the desk. That would have been really bad. It would have been like a big noise in the background. Ooh, new bank at Oslo. As I was saying, next time we will connect up these local lines and build some more suburban-y type trains to go with our more intercity type trains. Hello, trams. Hello. $10 says there's no one waiting here to catch the train. Well, we've got 10 bags of mail at least, which we have now dropped off. Okay, completely empty train. The politicians obviously didn't get the memo. That's fine. That's fine. We'll get them next time. Train 18, you've cramping my style. I'll replace you after the episode's complete because the people don't want to see you get replaced. They want to see train 53, the most historic of our trains, make it to Stockholm. That is a nice bridge. Anyone who doesn't like that bridge should unsubscribe now. Please don't. Please stay. You get so lonely. But yes, as I was saying, next time we will finish up some of the local lines out of Stockholm and then probably connect up that iron ore mine that I had open and then closed because I forgot why it was open. And yeah, I have the attention span of a gnat. Anyway, as I was saying, I have been T-Nick and this has been Open TTD with the Swedish Rails set. Oh look, he's got little red lights on the back too, I think, unless that's just a little bit of rust. I don't know. But anyway, Swedish Rails set, Open TTD, blah, 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 I'm T-Nick, etc., etc. Hopefully you have enjoyed the episode. Sorry it's been a bit of a long one, but I really wanted to complete the push to Stockholm so that we can start building more main lines and branch lines and branching main lines out to some of the other towns on the map, because I'm aware it's now 1954 and we've got a lot of map to cover. Like, seriously, we've got a lot of map to cover, and I really wish I could have knocked that thing down, because I don't like that kink in my tracks there. But anyway, as I was saying, hope you have enjoyed the episode, and I do hope to have your company again next week. Until then, come on, go faster. I want to see you get to Stockholm before I say the thing I say at the end of the episode. As I was saying, until then, later days. Welcome to Stockholm, my friend. Please, God, let someone get on this train. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes, people are getting on the train. It's a big success. We are the best at this game. Yeah.